Karma just hit Zohran Mamdani like a ton of bricks. The soon-to-be socialist mayor of New York City got chased out of his own rally by a furious protester who confronted him for being an anti-Semitic, anti-American jihadist. In fact, I have two different clips of Zohran Mamdani tucking tail and running scared, so make sure you guys stick around for that. But it gets even worse because Zohran Mamdani was photographed smiling ear to ear with the man who was a co-conspirator in the 1993 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. We are on the road to 500,000 subscribers. But let's start with this clip of an ex-Muslim exposing Zohran Mamdani's strategy that clearly the residents of New York are too stupid to see.
I think Mamdani is practicing taqiyya.
1,000%. 1,000%.
He's presenting
dude, the
as
Muslims are laughing at you guys. Like, this is the funniest thing. Like, dude, give it 50 more years, entire New York's gonna be Muslim, and then before you know, it's gonna be Sharia courts, and then like y'all are. It's like it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like I can't even believe. And like you see Europe. You look at Europe, it's happening right now, and then you're like, oh, let's just do it here in New York. Like, it's like, no, like you have to stop. Like, obviously taqiyya is working, and they're doing an amazing job at it, and they're fooling everyone. Like, and all the Muslims are like so happy that's happening. Like, this is the best thing that could happen in Islam. And he's gonna win because we're too stupid. Like, no matter how many times ex-Muslims will say taqiyya is a real thing, they are lying to you. They will take over within 100 years. No one's gonna listen.
So Zohran's plan is completely obvious to anybody who isn't a radical America-hating leftist and completely jaded by the illusion of the virtues of multiculturalism. Everybody should be rightfully skeptical of foreigners who flee to the United States for refuge, infiltrate our government, and then proceed to take the country in the complete opposite direction of what made it the place they want to escape to. The leftist desire to welcome any and everybody into this country, even the people who proudly and openly declare that they hate us and want to destroy us, just so they can prove how compassionate and tolerant and inclusive they are, is going to be the end of this country. But the citizens of New York City are not going down without a fight. Check out this based protester chasing Zohran Mamdani out of his rally that he held to defend Attorney General Letitia James. Watch.
Anti-Semite! 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 Denounce Sharia law! Denounce Hezbollah! Denounce it! You can't denounce it! You can't denounce it, you rat! Back off! Back the off! Anti-Semite! Walk the narrow, you're gonna go to jail with Tish. Walk the narrow, you go to jail with Tish. Walk the narrow.
So no, I just wanted to know because you got a camera. One of the good things is that we are here.
The emergence of Zohran Mamdani is the result of liberal Marxist indoctrination that has brainwashed people into viewing everything in the dichotomy of oppressor and oppressed, thus causing its cult members to openly accept, celebrate, and encourage the destruction of the United States in the name of historical justice. But let's check out this other clip of Zohran getting harassed and chased out of an event that he was holding.
Sorry, I want something to eat. I don't like something to eat. Let me tell you something, man. You are not welcome in this island. October 7th, Jew hater. You Jew hater piece of. Hey, Mr. Mamdani, can I talk to you? This is my island. You're not welcome here. Excuse me. You hate Jews.
The reason that Zohran has gained so much support, despite being openly clear about his intentions to destroy everything that makes America America, is because in the eyes of the radical Marxists who support him, Western culture, capitalism are deemed to be evil, and socialism and Islam are enemies of those very same ideals. Thus, they have to be good and virtuous. That's why the left is so supportive of Hamas, because they both share the same enemy, Western civilization, and white people. And Zohran doesn't even have to hide it because he knows that's what his radical militant base demands from him. That's why he can so gleefully take pictures and politic with a man who was responsible for a terrorist attack on American soil. Take a look.
Now to the New York City mayor's race. It's the last weekend before early voting begins, and today the candidates were out talking to voters and taking aim at the Democratic frontrunner. Just 16 days separate New York City from its newly elected mayor, and the candidates are taking advantage of every remaining second on the campaign trail, convincing voters they're the person for the job. And fresh new attacks on their opponents, Andrew Cuomo referencing this photo posted on X, picturing Zohran Mamdani next to controversial New York religious leader Imam Siraj Wahhaj.
Mr. Wahhaj was an unindicted co-conspirator in the 93 World Trade Center bombing. What is your problem with condemning terrorism? It is the easiest thing.
There is a reason America was at war with communist ideology for 50 years after World War II, because communist ideology is predicated on theft, on authoritarianism, on forced compliance, on stripping people of their individuality and forcing them to be a mere cog in the machine for the state. It is antithetical to everything we believe here in America, and we fought so hard to not let that corrupt, toxic, perverse ideology fester. But now, in the name of inclusivity and globalism, we've allowed someone with that ideology to be the next mayor of the capitalist center of the world. It is an ideology that preys on the desperation of people and gives them false promises with no basis in economic reality. Zohran Mamdani wants to defund the police, decriminalize all misdemeanors, and simultaneously make all public transit free. Well, what happens when the buses and the subways are now overrun by mentally ill criminals? Do you think that's going to encourage more people to use public transit? Everything Zohran Mamdani says only sounds good to people who have a childish and unrealistic perception of the world, who have no understanding of second or third order consequences. Zohran is just the outlet for the rage of a bunch of unproductive, lazy, envious communists who can't stand to see other people doing better than them. That's why he proudly went on Meet the Press and bragged that he was going to tax white people more than brown people.
And realize there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed.
So no plans to change that language on your website?
The focus here is to actually ensure a fair property tax system, and that the use of that language is just an assessment of the neighborhood.
There was no reason for him to include white people in that other than to signify to his base who their enemy is. He is fanning the flames of an ideology that believes white people and Americans at large should be punished for their historical wrongdoings. They believe it's entitled to the entire global South, who in their mind have been unfairly subjugated at the hands of American global supremacy. Capitalism is a system where some people are rich and some people are poor, and where you end up is largely due to your work ethic, to your skill, to your competence. And socialism feeds on the envy and disdain of those at the bottom who aren't successful in a capitalist system and therefore would love to see everybody just as poor and miserable as they are. But what's arguably more scary about Zohran Mamdani is his belief that his wants supersede the laws of the United States. Here he is for the second time promising to usurp the power of the president and arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he steps foot in New York City.
You have said that you would arrest Netanyahu if he came to the United States. You've been very outspoken in your criticism of him. Do you stand by that? You would arrest him if he came here, if you were mayor?
I've said that this is a city that believes in international law, and this is a city that wants to uplift and uphold those beliefs. The
United States doesn't stand by the International Criminal Court.
It hasn't signed the treaty for the International Criminal Court. The International Criminal Court, however, has issued a warrant for the arrest of Benjamin Netanyahu.
But what grounds in the United States could you arrest him on?
As it has for Vladimir Putin. I've said that I believe that we should uphold arrest warrants by the International Criminal Court and that you should do so only in abiding with all of the laws in front of us. I'm not going to make a new law to ensure that we can actually do this.
Do you think that Commissioner Tisch would allow you to arrest Netanyahu in New York City?
I've appreciated Commissioner Tisch's leadership of the NYPD, and I think that she's done a good job at lowering crime across the city.
But do you think that she would go along with arresting Netanyahu in New York?
I can tell you that I'm going to exhaust every legal option in front of me, not to make new laws to do so.
So despite the United States not being a signatory for the International Criminal Court, Zohran Mamdani declares he will abide by international law. This just proves he is a tool for the globalist agenda that disdains countries having sovereignty and tradition and customs and laws, and instead just wants an all-powerful global government that controls all people and all nations. Zohran is saying he does not follow the laws of the United States. Instead, he abides by a higher set of laws, a more humanitarian set of laws, not bound by borders, but one set by people who want to destabilize sovereign nations and install global communism. Zohran is merely a puppet for a more nefarious and authoritarian agenda. He wants to transform New York City from a global symbol of capitalism to a stronghold of anti-white, anti-Christian, anti-American Marxism. And that's why you see those protesters bravely being the last line of defense to try to defend our great American city. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.